In this video, I cover some of the strategies that we've used to scale multi-million-dollar campaigns for clients. This contact came to me to understand the do's and don'ts of scaling campaigns and the stumbling blocks that he might encounter along the way. I really think you'll like it. Enjoy the show.
What's like the most important, just like out of curiosity, like what do you think is the most important thing overall whenever it comes down to this? Would it be like the type of ads, the platform, the offer, like the price point, the target audience?
Like why ads and why now? And yeah, just give me kind of some background on everything and then I can actually understand.
Yeah, so the reason why ads is because there's no lead flow right now, right? And the
Mhm.
part of why is because I haven't actually been releasing content because
Yeah.
I've been legitimately just too busy working on many other aspects of the business, either internally or working on, my other aspects of, just trading.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been like my number one priority, even though it should be to make content. And even
Yeah.
if I do start making and posting a lot more organic content, it's still not a guaranteed like
Yeah.
amount of lead flow. So that's why I'm diving into ads because I've already got a couple of connections to get ads going, and it's something I'm gonna have to do eventually. So why not just start now?
Yeah, that makes sense. You mentioned you found an advertiser. You don't Do you know what platform you guys want to advertise on? Like, I guess I'm trying to gauge what is your level of understanding of ads and like what are you looking to understand as well?
Yeah, I don't know that much about ads to be honest. Like I know a couple basic things. Like I know what ROAS is. That's about as far as
Okay, cool. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like we're looking at meta ads, so
Okay.
that's like most of what we're gonna focus on, Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
But I know a couple of guys that do Google ads, and I know that there's ads which can be done on just about any other platform. I don't know
Yeah.
which one's the best for my niche, but I do know
Yeah,
that
yeah, like
overall
native.
meta ads is quite good.
Yeah. Interesting. And then in regards to the funnel and like what they're getting, how does that look like? If they become a lead, then they get sold into a mentorship program, or what's like the price point and what does that look like?
So I'm going to be revising all of this actually with this guy, which
Mhm.
I'm looking to work with.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm already kind of working with him. He's like my GHL guy,
Yeah, yeah,
but he's also very, very good at ads. So he
yeah.
already knows like my sales team. He already knows like my
Cool.
marketing team. Everything's already like pretty much integrated.
Okay.
So I don't have to do much. It's like literally pretty much done for you with this guy, which is why I'm like very interested in getting this going. But I'm still definitely looking to educate myself and look at other options before I fully sign. So in terms of like funnel, the whole plan would be to get ads going on meta ads and then from there have them going to, I mean, we're going to see exactly what we're going to do. We're going to test out different things, but maybe just like my
Yeah.
website. And then from the website, it's going to be mostly focused on the high ticket. And so just the VSL, all the copy, the testimonials, they book a call with my team. And then as soon as they go through the call, we try to close them in the high ticket. If it doesn't work, we just downsell them to the low ticket.
Yeah. Okay, cool. What's the price point of the high ticket?
5K one time,
Okay, and then the low ticket?
$500 quarterly.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's great. There's two, I guess, ways of thinking here. There's either get enough leads to build a crazy sales team of people selling your high ticket program en masse. And they're just like, you got people booking in the calendar, you got calls showing up for the sales team, and they're just closing deals. Like that's just what you optimize for. And your only goal is to get low cost phone calls. And on average, phone calls cost, I want to say 150 to 250 bucks, maybe 300 bucks a call. And then, right, if you look at your conversion rates, say your conversion rate's 10 to 20%, you need 10 calls, which is 3K to make one 5K sale, roughly. So just like, how do I say this? You can often reverse a lot of your math in regards to how is this all going to make sense? How are we going to sell this thing? And the reason I'm asking for the lower ticket piece is you might be able to, I don't know if you'll be able to get auto sales on a $500 product on the front end, but if you have something that's auto selling, like an automatic So I don't know if you're familiar with any of Alan Saltinick's stuff.
No,
He
I
has
don't think so.
called automatic funnels. So it's an AC funnel, and it's a really low ticket front end that's an automatic first sale. So somebody makes a sale without a sales team, then they get ascended through your funnel to continue to work on the higher ticket stuff. And I guess the reason, like, how do I say, reason I'm mentioning all this is like with ads, breaking even isn't a bad place to be. It's just making sure that you can actually make profit on the back end. Because let's say you've sold the mentorship 5K one time. How long does that last for? A year? Or
At first, we were thinking of doing 1 year, but I decided to just change it to lifetime, and then maybe just like update the offer at some point, or maybe just have like some sort of assumption.
yeah. Okay. I guess the only reason I'm asking too is like, okay, let's say, and let's just use that example. Let's say a call is $300 a call and we need 10 calls. It's $3,000 to get one 5K sale. Then our spread's 2K. You might have other expenses as well that need to get taken care of. Like in addition to ad spend, like the sales team might need to take a percent, whatever. When you would make profit, if you focused on the front end of your funnel being let's sell as much high ticket as possible, when you'd make profit is when they would renew on the second time around, if that makes sense, because that sale would be pure profit.
Yeah, there's other ways to make profit too, like through affiliate stuff. I can make another 5K per person in the high ticket.
Okay,
like
cool.
Very basic assumptions within the system.
Okay, cool. Yeah, as long as you have somewhere to send them after that. And I think a lot of people just come into ads thinking you can get like a lot of really great leads for cheap. And it's like a lot of ad systems I've seen is like they come near break even and the business owner needs to innovate to make sure that they get the most value out of the closed converted lead. Because like if it costs us 3K to make a 5K sale and we still have to cover our costs in between there, that starts getting a little like not shaky, but people get squirrely when they start seeing that because they're like, holy crap, I thought I could just scale this just on this thing. So just, I think keeping that in mind, you can see your costs, you can work your funnel backwards on, how do I say this? If you know all the basic like metrics of the cost per call and that our calls convert at this percent, at any given time, you can look at your funnel and be like, oh, cool, like we can keep running this thing or we can't. And I think your first 3 months to like ease your anxieties with your advertisers to like your guys' goal is to find some sort of stable metrics of like, do we have a cost per lead? Do we have a cost per conversion? Like, are these quality leads? Like, is there any, at the end of this 3 months, like what if we came out of this advertising test knowing? Just so you're not also getting squirrely while it's being advertised, like what's going on here? Because I think it does get scary when you see, what's your ad spend budget a month right now coming? That's going to be.
I mean, we're going to see, but I mean, they say starting off at $30 a day for testing is good and then scaling up from there.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not terrible. I mean, some people just come in, spend 10K a month for 3 months, and they're like, oh, I just blasted through 30K. Where's my results? And it's like, well, if you actually know what your metrics are that you're trying to go for, then it doesn't have to be weird when you're spending money to test and learn and understand your market. Interesting. Okay, so Facebook ads, Instagram ads.
He's guaranteeing me at least a 2 ROAS, which is basically like break even with some of the other metrics. And then from there, we would be seeing like exactly how we can scale things up. We'd be doing like basically a test month for the first month, seeing how everything goes, see how I like it. They'd be doing literally everything for me. I like they would be doing all the scripting, all the editing and everything for the ads and checking all the metrics, optimizing all the back end, sales team, etc.
I mean, the first the first month, the 3 months is going to be they're testing creatives and offers and angles en masse. Like if they're a good ad agency, they're just going to be putting tons of stuff out, and then going through process of elimination, seeing which ones hit, which pieces of content worked. And it's like, cool, now that we have an understanding of 10 different pieces of content, let's run those with this angle or whatever. So that's cool.
What would you say is like the most important, just like out of
Yeah.
curiosity, like what do you think is the most important thing overall whenever it comes down to this? Would it be like the type of ads, the platform, the offer, like the price point, the target audience?
I think the most important thing is that you and the media buyer have an understanding of what success is. Because I think often clients and media buyers don't see eye to eye in regards to like what a win is, because to a media buyer, like leads and conversions are a win. To you, ROAS is a win. So it's like, I think making sure you both are on the same page with that. That's the first thing that comes up for me, because that's the only thing that ever made any agency relationship sour is even if the campaign was going well, just misunderstandings between client and advertiser. I think that's the first thing. What else? Like major red flags and or things to look out for. Making sure you're playing the long-term game with it. Like that's why I mentioned those things earlier with the return on ad spend. And like, if you get a client into your realm, knowing that you might not profit on that first sale until the second time around. But if you do, that's like pure profit. So it's like, if you look at it through a long-term lens, it's super profitable. But if you look at it through a short-term lens, it's like, oh my God, we're burning cash. Like sometimes it can feel like that. However, if there's like a way to recuperate your cash in a longer window like that, that is the goal. And then you ultimately get to grow for free, or like your ad spend is basically just paid for. That is like the dream scenario where you then get to create content and organic content and all that stuff on top of your paid stuff. And it just all kind of like creates a bonfire together. What are other like red flags and different things? I think, so, okay, your niche is I don't want to say it's a high risk niche, but it is a riskier niche to advertise. It's just like crypto. It's riskier trading. It's accounts will get banned. That's just like, that happens. And when it does happen, you just need to work with the advertiser to get it unbanned. And it could be down sometimes for a week to 3 weeks. So I think like that is also the annoying thing about advertising, is when things start going well, things outside of your control start breaking a little bit. All of a sudden ad campaigns get rejected, and like, now the thing that was printing that we were depending on for revenue, now we're suspended and we have to open up a new ad account and relearn all this stuff. So like, just be aware, like, because they're advertisers, they'll be aware of that. But because you're newer to the ad space, it's like, this is common. Like ad accounts get banned often. Even Max was talking about that in group there. So I think that. What else? Like,
the way that I see it is, if I can get even just 1-to-1, like let's say I spend $5,000 a month on ads and I get $5,000 back. Honestly, that's a huge win if I'm able to grow my mailing list, if I'm able to grow my following. If it all goes back to my Instagram profile and I grow from there, I get more followers, I get more views, I'm doing organic content, and everything kind of moves up from there. I'm either way going to make a lot of money, because the more that I have a large following, the more that I can get free members into my group, which then can ascend naturally. And I can also just have a larger following, which means I have more opportunities for partnerships, right? I've been offered massive deals from different like crypto exchanges and prop firms, literally just by having a following. So either way, it's a win-win.
I was actually, and I should have asked this at the beginning, what is the ultimate goal with all of this? Because if it is the partnerships angle, like you could just also spend a good, like, I don't want to say a good chunk of your ad money, but you could spend a portion of your ad money dedicated towards that goal of growing the following, in addition to making sales too. because I think like I was thinking about that earlier. Yeah. So what is the ultimate end goal? Obviously, it's profitable course sales and grow the profile. But is there any other like outliers or any other, I guess, side quest goals that you have with it?
I mean, overall, I'm looking to grow like my following across like all platforms. That's one
Mhm.
thing. Like grow like following and influence and have like more and more like really dedicated, like almost
Yeah.
cult like followers.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
something that's important.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like really anything like I mean I definitely like have a big goal of having 100,000 followers like per platform everywhere. That's one of my next goals, which I'm working towards.
Yeah.
And then in terms of the business, like over six figures like monthly, and then eventually like seven figures monthly. Um, but I would say like if I can like have something which is like regarding like partnerships, I would
Yeah.
like to have like one major partnership which is returning
Mhm.
me like between 50 to 100 grand plus per month, like during
Yeah.
like good months.
Crazy thing is, okay, that partnership could actually fuel your ad spend too.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
thinking.
and that's really
Invest.
interesting because then it's just this like continuous wheel of profit that if you build up the baseline, you actually don't need to make the back end work. Or like not to be
Yeah.
facetious, but
So
like you don't need to make the course technically profit if the front end creates the sponsor, which is really interesting. Um, hmm. Can I give
what I will
you?
say, yeah, go
Oh,
ahead. Go ahead.
you go. You go. Sorry.
Okay.
Finish your.
Yeah, what I will say is like the offers that we have for low and high ticket, and I know you might have heard this before, but legitimately and truly are the best offers in the market, and there are no other offers like ours. The low ticket, the $500, we pretty much guarantee to make that back in the first month with one of our affiliate offers. They
Interesting.
take a couple
Yeah.
of trades and they make that money back. We don't give it back to them. We help them make it back, and we just send that money because we make
Interesting.
money through affiliate stuff, right? And so they deposit money, they get a 10% bonus, they take our trades, make a bunch of money, and then from there we also give them $500 cash. And so right
Yeah.
away they're already full ROI and they're learning a bunch. They've got the course, they've got everything else. And if they want to send, or if there's just a new lead that's trying to get into the high ticket, it's 5K,
Yeah.
but we give them a $50,000 trading account. We include that, right?
Yeah.
And so it's not just an evaluation or anything, it's actually fully funded. It's capital that they can trade with, and they get to keep 90% of those profits, which nobody else in the market has.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. I think, could I give you an interesting idea that I think could potentially work well? Um,
Yeah.
so, so I've been going through a couple trainings recently, and I was thinking about this last week. So, okay, in regards to a lot of like internet marketing and marketing in general, we often want to sell like these side benefits that like, the thing that we sell gives. So like trading, it's freedom, free time, extra cash flow, all these things. However, it kind of like at some point it starts being hypey and kind of gimmicky and like a little weird. Or you know what I mean? Like it's like,
Mhm.
how much can I really like juice this headline up to like get somebody interested? So from an introduction standpoint, so like let's say I'm your perfect prospect and I'm cruising around the internet and I see an ad that says introduction to trading. And I'm like, oh, interesting. I'm interested in trading. Let's sign up. So you sign up and it's an hour long literal course on trading from Zeb. No hard pitch, just, hey, this is how I think about trading. This is what trading's done for me. This is my basic bare bones thoughts to trading. Normally, most people are like, this is how you get this much time freedom, make six figures overnight, and blah, 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 all these random things. So the majority of the prospects that are there aren't actually interested in trading. They're interested in the time freedom, in getting rich quick, and all this stuff. But that person interested in trading is insanely qualified because they're actually there for trading. So, like, we try and create these side benefits and all these angles, but it dawned on me recently. It's like, wait, we're creating all these angles for the wrong reasons, and it's attracting the wrong people for the wrong reasons. because they're not actually interested in like trading. They're interested in getting rich quick. And you and I both know that that's a terrible client.